What's it like to cut off your own twin? Growing up, my sister and I were inseparable. We were those twins, the ones people would look at and joke, you two share a brain. And honestly, they weren't wrong. When we were little, we had our own language, this odd mix of giggles and gibberish only we could understand. As teens, we didn't just finish each other's sentences, we started them too. We had this plan since forever. We'd buy houses next door to each other, our kids would be best friends, and we'd grow old sipping coffee across the fence. Even as we became different people, I turned into the organized one with a calendar addiction and an early bedtime, and she stayed the spontaneous, last-minute everything whirlwind. We stayed close. No matter how chaotic her life got, she always called me when she locked her keys in the car or needed help with rent again. I never hesitated. I showed up, moved things around, took extra shifts if I had to. That's what loving her meant. Things changed the year I met James. He wasn't flashy, just steady, kind, quiet, the kind of guy who remembered how I liked my coffee and never raised his voice. For the first time, I felt like I didn't have to hold everything together on my own. I didn't expect her to love him, but I thought she'd be happy for me. Instead, she nitpicked him to death, said he had dead eyes and gave off bad energy. I brushed it off, told myself maybe she needed time, maybe she was afraid of being replaced. Then came the weirdness. A strange glance between them at dinner, her laughing at something he whispered that I didn't hear. Once I found them outside talking in hushed voices that stopped the second I stepped out. Still, I told myself I was being paranoid, that they'd never do something like that. 3 weeks before the wedding, my friend Michelle called. Her voice was tight, said I needed to come over. She showed me screenshots, messages, photos, timestamps, my sister's name, saved under a fake one in James's phone. It all clicked together like a puzzle I never wanted to solve. I went home and confronted him. He didn't lie. His face just crumpled in that slow, ashamed way that told me everything. I didn't even have to ask her. She showed up that night acting like everything was normal. When I told her I knew, she didn't cry, didn't look sorry. She just crossed her arms and said, I didn't think you'd find out. No apology, just finality. It wasn't the betrayal that gutted me. It was that it only mattered because I found out. I canceled the wedding the next morning. My dress just hung in the closet like a punchline. I packed a suitcase and drove until the road ended at the ocean. I found a quiet little place where the loudest thing was the gulls. Her messages poured in. Apologies, anger, silence. I read a few, deleted most. Eventually, I changed my number. It's been 5 years. I've built something new, small, quiet. People ask if I have siblings, and I just say, it's complicated. They never push. Some mornings, I still instinctively reach for my phone to tell her something silly. A meme, a dream, something only she would get. But then I remember, there's no coming back from that kind of betrayal. Not when it's the one person who knew every version of you, and still chose to be the reason that version shattered. I didn't just lose my sister. I lost the piece of myself that believed we were unbreakable.